Alright, good morning, folks. It's Mike Cayley 7. Today is December 13th, I think. And here I am, riding to work the long way. It's something like 33, 34 degrees, something like that. Because this is my riding weather. Although I do have to admit that I have been a very, very bad motorcycle rider. Just haven't been feeling it. Perhaps I've been spoiled. I haven't ridden in a couple of weeks, maybe? A week and a half? I don't know. It's been a while. Because, well, just too lazy to get all the gear on. Had to put on my heated grips there for a second. These gloves are not insulated at all, it's just leather. And the fairing, as you can see here, blocks a lot of that wind, so I don't have to worry. I'm wearing my full face helmet because my GoPro system isn't functioning currently. We gotta get a new Cena something installed on the side of that half helmet, which is fine. You know, at this time of the year, it's a pain in the ass to wear the half helmet because you got to put on the balaclava and the 409 goggles, and it's not as fun. A half helmet makes it a full face helmet makes it a lot easier to do this. I was reading an article in Rider magazine by the Staying Safe guy. If you don't know what Staying Safe is, it's a company where they'll ride behind you and tell you what you're doing right and wrong, give you advice as you're riding on real roads to kind of get your skills honed in, you know, lane position, all that kind of stuff. I think I might have mentioned this in a previous video. And this guy, I think his last name is Trow, T-R-O-W. Anyway, he was talking about women riders. And I thought that interesting to think about that in terms of women in motovlogging. Is that a thing? I mean, yes, of course it is. Women ride motorcycles just like men do. Not as many, of course. I think the article said 15% of the riders out there in the United States are female. And that number is rising. That's always a good thing. Gonna watch out for this male vehicle. However, the number of female motovloggers I have noticed has not really gone up much, at least that I can tell. I mean, I know there are out there. They are, like Wheels Not Heels, Bravo, and Ashfoot used to be into that. I think she was on a Gixxer. I always keep my eye on the mirror when I'm stopped like this, just to make sure I'm not going to get plowed. But then there was her name was Jen. I'm sorry, I can't remember her YouTube username. She's in Florida. She was a nurse, or is a nurse. Really nice lady. So I remember her, and of course there's 808 YouTube. She's awesome. But I think the number of female motovloggers has kind of remained static. At least what I know. If you know of any female motovloggers that I haven't mentioned yet, let me know. And because I like to see people riding the same kind of thing I'm riding. It's my own little personal preference. There's nothing wrong with other brands of motorcycle. It's just I've got this fetish for Harley apparently, and so I like seeing the fairing and hearing the engine and that kind of thing. So if you know any female riders who ride a Harley or a cruiser even, I'll take that, cruiser, any kind of cruiser or a touring bike, let me know. I'd like to tune in to what they have to offer. Ooh, there's ice on the road over there. We did have a lot of rain this weekend, and the ice was pretty prominent on the roads the last few days. I think today's probably the safest day to not encounter ice, even though I just saw some. It wasn't on the road, so that's good. So yeah, do you know any ladies who ride and motovlog? I think more should. I'd like to hear their perspective. A little shout out to Big Bad Wolf Moto. Did a great video on something like the top 5 things he hates. I think that's what it was. About I guess drivers. Top 5 things. So that was really cool. Well, let me do my own little topic on this. Oh, I got a green. Yeah. So here's the top 5 things that I hate about other drivers, or even maybe riders out there on the road. Number 1, I hate it when people don't know how to use a frickin' turn signal. In North Carolina, I notice this especially with this particular thing that I'm about to say, is the person in front of me will suddenly brake. I see the brake lights come on, the car slows down inexplicably, and then the turn signal comes on. That's back-assward. You have to put the turn signal on first before you put on your brakes. Indicate what you're going to do. That's if they even bother to use turn signals. So I hate when they do that. Yesterday or the day before, I was pulling out of my subdivision, and there was this car in front of me. He put the left blinker on, and then he stopped for a second. He put the right blinker on. He started to turn right, and then he turned left. What the hell was that? I wish I had that on video.